feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Colby Rebel Show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, where my goal is to answer that question or make that connection. So join me right now live if you have a question, if you want that connection. Come on in. I will do as many as I can for you because I do love the messages and really does help. It helps us remember who is there with us, for us, by us, especially when we are in moments of questioning, worry, distress, and just maybe need that reassurance, that reminder, like, although their physical body is gone, they are still very, very much with us. I know for me personally, my grandmother has been around me so much lately, especially now that we have the hummingbirds coming around, which is always a beautiful symbol from my grandmother. And as we start to notice things coming in for us, it is that reassurance. Of course, we can second guess it and we could make demands of the universe, but ask yourself, when you do that, are you limiting yourself, right? If you're saying, hey, I only want X, Y, Z, give me this, maybe you're creating those limits, right? And so when we can remain open and we just have that glimmer of, oh, I believe that's them. Yes, I feel that's them. And understanding and trusting that, I think that that really can end up being the most beautiful connection any of us can really have, right? Okay, we have a lot of events coming up that I do want to go into and talk about. So first and foremost, if you didn't catch my live video today, I am coming back in person in LA. And I'm just super thrilled and honored. You know, the last real in-person event I had was pre-pandemic. And it's been a while. And I miss you guys. And I miss the hugs. And I miss the connection. And I miss really just allowing us to come together in that beautiful way, whether it's teaching or spirit messages. So it is Sunday, May 21st. And there's 2 events for you, 2. So you could do 1 or a second or both, whatever you want. But we have expanding your mediumship workshop. So this is going to be a really great workshop on actually both your intuition and your mediumship. It is Sunday, May 21st, and we start at 11:30. It's going to be a full day workshop. So very excited about that. And then we have the LA Live, which is an evening of spirit messages. Super excited to do an evening of spirit messages back at the Colby Rebel Spirit Center. Again, hasn't been done since pre-pandemic. So super, super excited about that. So grab your tickets there. We also have an online, which is really great for the beginners out there. If you're just kind of feeling that hit push and feeling like there's something more and you want to lean into it, Explore Your Gifts, Beginners, Psychic, and Mediumship Workshop, okay? And then one of my personal faves to do, which I don't know about you guys, but I love, love, love the fur babies. And, you know, even now, you know, my boys have been past, oh my gosh, I hate to say it, but I kind of want to say even 12 years now, which is, you know, feels like they were here yesterday, right? And then ironically, yesterday I was on the computer doing, and then all these photos popped up from Christmas 2008, right? And then the years after. This is May Mutts and More Animal Psychic and Spirit Messages. And, you know, again, one of my favorites is Wednesday, June 7th. I absolutely know and I believe the fur babies talk to us. They connect to us. They talk to us. They remind us that they're near us. They communicate. And I love tapping into that communication. What are they saying? What is that message? What do we need to know? So that will be Wednesday, June 7th. So come and join me. There's a lot going on. There's so many events. You can go to the colbyrebel.com website Everything is right there for you guys. Okay. So beautiful, beautiful. Love it. Okay. Let us see. Here we go. So Brooke would love to hear from her mama for Mother's Day coming up. Let's see, Brooke, a couple things that I get around your mom. The first thing I get, Brooke, is a unique laugh around your mom. So I don't know if it's like a loud laugh, but a deep laugh, a bold laugh. So that's the first thing that comes up with your mom. Just very fun loving. I think very warm, very endearing, very, very down to earth is also the sense I get around her. Feel like for her, the relationships in her life, the people in her life, were the most important to her. So I feel like that was a big part of, you know, her identity is connecting to those around her. She really gives me the feeling of not sugarcoating things too much. So you may know that, experience that. Makes me feel like she's pretty direct with her comments. There's also, what's interesting, Brooke? I wonder if you can take the name Mary, Marianne, Marilyn. I believe that could be a connecting name to someone in the living or in spirit, middle name, that sort of thing. So, because I feel like that came in very much. And then there's another B name. So what's interesting, another B name that is connected, maybe a Barbara or something like that. So your cousin's name is Mary. Okay, perfect. There's also a B name, Barbara, maybe Betty, but something like this. So can you connect to another B name in the family as well? Because I feel like that's also a name. Your mom really gives me the sense where I feel, oh, my dad's name is Bernie. I love it. I love it. I just feel like for mom, I feel he has passed too. Yes, I could feel him with us, honey. I feel like with mom, she was always kind of cleaning up after people. That's the sense I get. Always trying to clean up or keep up, things like that. Oh, kind of couldn't kind of keep up with the flow. I think she tried, but kind of really couldn't do that. Also, Brooke, I'm wondering, I got the number 3. So I'm wondering, are there 3 siblings total that you can connect to, Brooke? Are there 3 of you guys or 3 grandbabies? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, because I got the number 3 around them and they're giving me that. They're also giving me, I feel like we've got grandbabies as well for them. So they definitely, I got to tell you, they cater more towards the grandbabies. So they give me a feeling of grandbabies. And I even think grandson or grandsons, they also give me as well. Okay. So I'm feeling like we've got the grandbabies for them as well. Also, what's interesting, Brooke, do we have a Stephen in the family? Is that right? Do we have a Stephen or an S name that we can connect to as well for someone? Because they're chit-chattering away. You know what's funny is your mom was talking and then your dad starts to interrupt her. So I think your dad is more of the person who like the center of attention, like to be talked about. Gives me a sense really like, oh, Mary's son is Stephen. How crazy, right? Let's see what they want to say about Mary. No, Stephen is it. So that's good. Let's see what they want to say about that. I just feel like there's something here where I think it's definitely sending love to Mary. So maybe she's been going through something herself or a little bit of crossroads, or could be something like almost like a loss that she's experiencing as well. So I feel like there's just this reassurance for her coming together for her. So I feel like that's really why they're, making sure that they mention her. As for you, though, I do feel like their name. Her name popped in today for you as well. So you're checking. Great. So I do feel like one of the things that they're coming forward for you is to really make sure that that you're taking chances, Brooke. I feel like it's a big part of you taking chances. Okay. And I feel like for you, it's a sense where even though you're making progress and leaps and bounds, you're not taking enough chances. And so we really want they really want you to trusting yourself and to know that you are worthy, you are beautiful, you have that amazing light, but to really trust and lean into that more so that they can be by you. I feel like they're by you so much and wanting to help you. So just taking chances more. And I feel like this is much more in career for you. So it's about taking chances, leaning in, doing that a little bit more for yourself and know that you will be held by their light. Okay. So I will leave that with you, honey. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let us do another one here. Let's see. Oh, let's see what Lisa has here. Hi, Colby. It's been a long time. I would love to know, what do I need to know right now to help me in this whirlwind of a life? From anyone in spirit who wants to help me. One of the two things that came in first, Lisa, I definitely feel like there's something around boundaries for you. And I think that not that certain people are taking advantage, but maybe, I hate to say it, I don't know if you're a little bit of a pushover or a little bit of a softie. I mean that with a lot of love, I do, but I think it's just been something where you got to just kind of hold strong a little bit more. Okay. It's kind of maybe knowing what you want and sticking to that, sticking to your guns, so to speak, because I feel like it's being jeopardized a lot. And, you're being pushed a lot. Let's push this out a little bit. Let's push that out a little bit more. So I feel like it's very much about, so right, there you go. So I feel like it's so much for you about saying, yeah, no more. Okay. This is my time. And I am going to hold true to what it is I want. And even something around relationship too, Lisa. So I'm not sure if something in particular is good. And this feels romantic. So I'm not sure if there's something around relationship or you're wanting that next step and it's not there for you. But I feel like you have to start really holding on to yourself, what you want. And I feel like it's being true to you first and foremost. And really doing that unapologetically with where you are, because you feel like you've been so patient. We just kind of have to hold on to what it is, the direction you want, so that you are able to manifest it. Okay, there you go. It is surely not there yet. That's the thing. I think you're getting so distracted with other areas in your life and so distracted by other people and situations. It's not giving you the time or opportunity, right? And so again, we got to start like you number one, girl. That's what I want to see. You number one. And I feel like a lot of this is going to change for you and change for the better. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. I love this one. I have some deep transformations happening in several areas. Any advice on what I should be focusing on? Definitely spiritual path. That's the first thing that came in. So I'm not sure if it's just that you are experiencing a spiritual awakening or there's something that's driving you towards a new direction with career and life purpose and path. But I absolutely feel that that's the one thing for you to start focusing on. Okay. And then also letting go of maybe these beliefs that were oppressed upon you when you were little. It's almost like I feel like maybe it's some spiritual beliefs, like purpose beliefs, but I feel like they were impressed upon you. And I keep hearing, no, now this is your time and this is your time to let go of those cords, because you really feel like you are on the verge of breaking out, so to speak, new steps, new beginnings, really like deep understanding, maybe even some deep healing around it as well, maybe coming up. A lot of clarity, I feel like, is coming up. I want you to trust that clarity that is coming in. Trust that intuition that is going crazy for you. The month of August, I feel like, is going to be very significant for you. So there may be a lot of catalysts, a lot of change, manifestation. So I want you to really kind of step into the month of all good for yourself. Keep doing it. Keep putting yourself out there, okay? I hope that helps. Brooke, you are so welcome, honey. Lots of love to you. Lots of love. Okay, here we go. There's a lot going on. Let's see, Miss Chelsea. A best friend passed suddenly, looking for some closure for his family. He sent me many signs. I want to know if he's okay, really, any messages. So, Chelsea, the thing about him is I feel like he had a ridiculous amount of energy. So, I feel like, oh, you're welcome, honey. Absolutely. I feel like your friend, Chelsea, had a ridiculous amount of energy, talkative, or could talk to anyone. There's a little bit of that with him. Also, I don't know if you can connect to an M name, Michael Matthew. I don't know if that's necessarily his name. I just feel like there's a connecting name with that as well. I also keep feeling like he makes me feel like he was in the middle of something. It's twofold, almost maybe in the middle of a struggle at the moment. So I don't know if it's just that he was working through something, made some decisions about next steps, next path. But I feel like he was feeling optimistic about this. But I also feel like he was a bit overwhelmed at the moment. A little bit of ADHD. Okay. And the last name is Marin. Okay. Got it. So that M name makes sense. Perfect. But I feel like with him, there was a little bit of, again, I feel a bit of joy with him. I feel a bit of excitement with him, but it definitely feels like a little bit of uncertainty around things, okay? It feels like it's a little bit of uncertainty where maybe he didn't fully trust himself, wasn't fully trusting the next steps for himself. So he needed a lot of validation, it feels like, with the people. And I feel like, Chelsea, I think this is you, but I feel like this is where you would step in, where you would be that cheerleader for him, helping him. And he really, really appreciates that. He really gives me the sense of, appreciating how much you were there for him, with him. And I just know that he actually is pretty sensitive on the inside, not so much on the outside. So I think there's a lot of things he held close to the vest, as we would say, right? Holding things a lot of close to the vest, not letting a lot of people in. But I feel like he definitely loves his family. He definitely feels extremely close. I think he was a close-knit family. And I feel like he was a big rock for them, or a big center for them. Do you know what I mean? So he really gives me that feeling where, I think since he's been gone, I almost feel like he's got brothers. I don't know if you know that or not, but I feel like there's siblings for him for sure. And I just feel like, he is that guy that everyone is connecting to, talking to. I don't know if he's a little bit outrageous on the dance floor. So I don't know if you have memories of dancing with him, but I keep getting like he could shake a tail feather, as I like to say. He had everything and it was always happy on the outside, but I know he struggled internally. Yeah, of course. So yes, yes, a brother very close. Yeah. So, he definitely wants to extend that love to his brother and extend that connection to his brother. Let his brother know that through music, he really uses music as big signs from him. He loved to dance. Perfect. He really shares where the music and the music to his brother is really big. Now, I don't know this. This is really interesting. I don't know why he gives me country music. I'm not sure if that's what he liked or he's using it as a joke, but I can't quite tell. But I feel like there's something music with him as well. Okay, music is how you get signs from him. Perfect and wonderful, right? Yeah, but that's the weird thing. I think for you, it's more like get low, low, low. It's get low, low, low. Right. Country is a joke. Okay, got it. But get low, low, low. Like I think for you, it's he loved to joke with you, loved to have a good time with you. Really gives me a sense of just sharing with people that he's okay. I feel like his brother may have gotten a tattoo from him. I'm not sure if you know that, or you could ask the brother. Is there a J name as well? Do you know if there's a Joe, Jason, Jacob, that sort of thing. To me, there's a J name that I'm connecting to. So let me know if you can take that name as well, or a J name for him as well. Oh, he just got a tattoo. Love it. Love it, Miss Chelsea. As we move forward, I think the biggest thing is ask his brother if he took his boots. His name is Joe. We love that. Look at that. Oh, we love it. Look at him coming through for you, nice and strong and proud. Ask his brother if he took his boots. Oh, when he got the tattoo brother behind his ear. Isn't that crazy? I love it. So just know that, he's so much with you guys, and he's very much around. And I think it's been a devastating loss because I feel like he had a lot of energy. It feels like he had so much life left in him. But I also feel like, he shows me through the signs, through the symbols, through the everyday that, he is with them, and he loves when they talk about him. He loves when they're sharing things. And I'm not sure too if there's something with his heart. I don't know if there's like an impact to the heart or sudden heart change in heartbeat, but there's something around his heart. But he gives me, for whatever it's worth, and I think this is important, he wants to make sure his family knows that he didn't suffer. I think that that's really important, that it feels like a very peaceful transition. So there is something around the circumstances of this that people wonder or they worry. But he just wants to reassure everyone that he's okay. All right. So Chelsea, I will leave that with you, and a lot of love to you. Okay. And so there you go. And that's so powerful to know. Okay, great. I'm so glad this helped. Just know that he is right there with you. Okay. So you are so welcome, sweetheart. You are welcome. Okay, let us bring on Miss Heather here, and let's see. Hi, Heather. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Little nervous.
Okay, well, that's
Well,
okay. What can I do for you tonight, honey?
my 16-year-old son passed away last March. My father in 2016. My grandmother right after my son. So a lot of loss, especially around March. So kind of,
Absolutely. And I know that must be difficult for you. Well, let's kind of talk to your son first, okay? Here's the thing, Heather. First thing I get, you have such a strong son. I mean, wow, what an energy, what a power. Like I think anybody who got to know him, he just feels very powerful, kind of like older than his age. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like he gives me chills like crazy. He could just pull people in, get people to get together. When he wanted to do something, no one's telling him no. Do you know what I mean?
absolutely.
A lot of adventure. I think a very, very adventurous spirit, a very adventurous soul with him. Also, I think a quick passing, or feels to be a quick passing. Do you understand this, Heather?
Yeah.
And also it's an interesting thing. He's a little bit of a daredevil, I think, where maybe you had to worry about. I feel like, and this is a tough one, and I'm just gonna say it. I feel like you were always worried about him.
Yeah.
And I think it is because of its adventurous spirit. But in a really weird sense, I almost feel like maybe you had an intuitive feeling something was happening or going to happen. Do you know what, even since he was little, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I guess a couple things. A, to know you did not manifest that. You did not manifest this transition because you were always worried about it. Okay. You were so tied in such a deep, deep soul contract level that it's a really weird thing. I think when I feel like you carried him in the womb. So am I correct, Heather, with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like even in the womb, you knew this was like a deal you were making. And it's the hardest thing to try to explain. I mean, obviously there's a lot of love and connection, but I feel like there was a deep, deep understanding you had. And so when he came into the physical realm, I feel like you absolutely, you soaked up every moment with him. And I feel like you tried to kind of push these thoughts or worries aside. And gosh, what a beautiful smile he's got, and what a beautiful energy, what a beautiful light. And I honestly, I do feel like his passing has a lot to do with your next steps, Heather. And I feel like he literally, I mean, obviously the loss of a child changes the course of your life, but I feel like he is absolutely trying to work with you and through you to catapult you into a deeper life purpose for yourself as well. And I believe that you are kind of starting to figure that out, or maybe come to terms with it. Just know that he is there with you. Did he? I mean, look, I know he's 16, so I guess we got to look at that. But did he hate making his bed, or he just shows me a very messy bed? So I don't know if it's just that, he hate making a bed, or you'd make him make a bed, or is there something around the bed that you can connect to with him, Heather?
No, he didn't like cleaning. I'm constantly cleaning up after him for sure.
That's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. And he gives me the feeling. So I feel like you still have a bedroom for him. So he lived with you, I'm assuming, and you still have his bedroom intact. Is that correct, Heather? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
I haven't even cleaned out the closet or anything yet.
no, but it is what's crazy about it. What's crazy about it is you can pick up certain things and you can smell his smell still, which is crazy. Like, I can feel his smell is still in that room. He's got a cute little sense of humor too.
He's amazing.
He's got some sneakers that are laying by the bed. Is that right? Or they kind of, I don't think they're neatly stacked. Maybe they're kind of a strewn, but I feel like there's some sneakers laying there. Is that right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he gives me some sneakers and he shows me that. And he shows me a necklace. I feel like you wear a necklace for him. Is there a necklace that you're wearing at the moment, Heather? Or do you understand that he
Not at the moment.
on?
It's right here. I keep it on my my aunt gave it to me for Christmas. It's got his picture in it, but yeah.
Got it. Because, he knows about this necklace that was given. And there's a lot of physical things that you have. So what I mean by that, obviously you have all his quote unquote material stuff, but it's like, I feel like you've got his fingerprints, you've got his ashes, you've got, like, to me, it's like you have physical.
Yeah. Both.
Do you still, okay, this is going to sound so crazy, and maybe it's just from when he's a baby, but do you still have some teeth from him, can I ask? He shows me teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure which one. I've got a couple, and I'm not sure because I have 3 boys. He's the middle one, and I have some. And I cannot tell you who, but it would not surprise me.
Okay, I will tell you. I think, from what he showed me quickly, because it comes in so quick. So I would check the teeth that you have, and I think it's like kind of one of these teeth. So if one of those teeth is there, that's his. So he shares that. I feel like he likes sports, or there's a baseball mitt. So do you know he had a baseball mitt? And okay.
Oh yeah.
He shows me that, and I feel I do feel like he would like that to go to his brother. I know you have 3 kids, but I feel like he wants it to go to his brother. Okay.
Would it be the younger or the older brother?
It feels to me it felt like the younger brother, honey.
That's exactly who. Yeah.
Okay. It felt like the younger brother. And is there a Jake? Do you have a J name for one of your kids, or Jason?
Jason.
Okay, that's it. Okay, got it. Is that the oldest, or is that's not maybe we're talking? Yeah, that's the oldest, right? Okay.
Yeah. No, Jason is my youngest, so it would be his little brother.
Got it. Okay, got it. I just feel like, so then it's for Jason. Okay. Now, also, Heather, is there an N in the family, like a Nick?
Is that Nicole?
Okay, Nick. Okay, got it. Because he gives me that name too, like Nick, Nicole. Good. Hang on. He's on the verge of another one. I can feel it. Another S name, Stacy, a Stacy, or an S name.
Goodness,
That name.
I can't think right away.
It is. It starts with an S and it ends in it like an IEY. That so it sounds like that. Stevie, Stacy, that sort of thing. So I want you to think about that, okay? Something like that. So just know that he's very beloved. I feel like I don't know if there was like a little bit of trouble around him. I don't want to wag a finger, but I don't know if he was dabbling in
For
substances.
2 years. 2 years it was a fight. 2 years.
Okay.
It's not what ended up taking him, but he was fighting. He was finally with me in the fight after two
Yeah.
years of really, yeah.
But I just feel like for him, he wants that to be a lesson to those around him. And I think that's
He does.
super important. It's really
Uh-huh.
important to show it as a lesson because for him, I'll just say it the way he gave it to me. But he knows he wasted 2 years of things he could have really done. And, we all know, it's he can't put it on himself. Anybody who has dealt with addiction or substance use, they know the substance takes over. But he was adamant and proud that I think he was making progress and he was feeling really good and very excited. And this is I feel very proud of him. I actually think he was thinking about college or school, which is great. So, and he was also phenomenally talented with his hands. He's very, very good. He could build things, make things, organize things, put things together. One thing, look, you gotta, Mom, you're doing great. And I know it's not easy. There's, right? This is, and, we have Mother's Day coming up, but I, I, I know that if you don't mind, I do feel like he wants to give a message to his brothers, if that's okay.
Mhm.
And I feel like that message to his brothers is for them to make him proud.
Wow.
He's like, look, I love both of you very much. I think he'd fight with it. I mean, all kids fight, but I think it's important that he knows how much he loves both of them and that he's with them and that he's around them. And the older one, I think, tries to shelter his feelings a bit, and he just wants to say, I love you, bro. I love you anyway. And just to know that. And for the younger one, it's just to say, I'm around you and I'm watching you. I'm there with you. So make me proud. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to wish you, a beautiful Mother's Day. Your son is in spirit. We have two lovely, wonderful kids in the living and in the physical with you, but you will always, always be their mom, all of them, and they will always be with you. And I wouldn't be surprised if some way, somehow, you don't see a butterfly coming up. So whether that's an image that you come across, an image on your screensaver, an image outside, I just want you to realize the wings are a sign from him that are around you, okay?
Okay.
And just know that. I know it's very difficult for everyone, but I just feel like he is doing fabulous and he's amazing and he's doing so well. And I just have to say, he keeps showing me these wings again. So I feel like just to understand and to know that wings are something very, very significant with him for you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you
Lots
so much.
Of course, my pleasure. Lots of love to you, hun.
You as well.
Bye-bye. I know, for all the moms out there, for all the moms, I know Mother's Day must be extremely, extremely difficult. And I just want you to know and understand that your babies are always with you, right? Your babies are around you. They're sending you their love. You may feel it in the sound of their voice. You may see it in a sign or in a symbol. Maybe it's going to be in a song for you, a message coming through. Please have faith. Please know that they are with you, they're around you, and they give you so much love. And I think the most powerful people in the world are the mothers who have lost a child. And that doesn't decrease grief in any way for everyone else. Grief is difficult. Grief is hard. Grief is unpleasant. Grief is painful. But I also feel like through that grief, we can connect deeper to our loved ones on the other side. And maybe it is just a reminder that, again, we never truly die, do we? Our love and our ever presence is always with him. The more people remember you and share stories and laugh and share the memories, it really keeps that love and that life alive with us and around us. Okay. So happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful, beautiful mothers out there. And that mother energy is incredible and much needed. So, regardless of what physical body you are in, if you are a mother to someone, then this is a happy Mother's Day to you. Lots of love to everybody. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, for sharing your love, your messages, for being here with me. Thank you guys so much. Lots of love to you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.